Many people ask me questions about Stoic philosophy and practice. I've created this series to provide short answers to the most common, recurring, or confusing questions about Stoicism. What is the most important idea in Stoicism? This is a perfectly natural question, but it doesn't have a good answer, in part because somebody's asking for what can't really be provided. Now, of course, anybody can pull an idea out of the air and say, this is the most important one. But if you read your Stoic texts and you think through how Stoics actually live, you can see that there isn't one single most important idea. There's instead an entire framework of ideas. And if you try to oversimplify, you actually start to not only lose the efficacy of the Stoic approach, but you start to misunderstand it and get into a number of quandaries and paradoxes. Before I introduce you to a few of the candidates for the most important idea in Stoicism, the things that people often put forward as the one central fundamental idea, I want to talk about this notion that there should, in fact, be one key insight, one key practice, one kernel that everything else would somehow grow out of. And I used a metaphor there of growth, like a seed. Stoicism doesn't work that way. Philosophies in general don't work that way. And that's part of what's good about them. It's not just about having one idea and then driving that thing into the ground. It's about putting multiple ideas together, which is a much more powerful approach, in part because reality out there is a hell of a lot more complicated than one idea can do justice to, especially when we're taking account of the reality in here of the human being and human nature. Some of the big ideas that often get proposed as the most important or the most significant idea, concept, practice, what have you, in Stoicism are the following. One is what's called the dichotomy of control. Some things are in our control, other things are not in our control, and we want to get that idea straight, that distinction, so we can apply it properly. Another is that virtue is the only true good, and correlatively, vice is the only true evil. Another idea is that we, human beings, are not simply stuck with or the prey of our thoughts, desires, emotions. We can have some measure of choice and control when it comes to those. A fourth key idea is that the human being is fundamentally a rational animal, and that this involves us within an entire social matrix of other people with whom we have relationships and roles, and those influence how our life goes. Another key idea is that it's not events or persons or whatever else is coming at us from the outside that makes us suffer, but rather our own judgments and attitudes about those events and persons. Yet another idea that is really at the core of Stoicism is that the entire universe, including our microcosm within, is fundamentally rational, and that much of the problems that we encounter and suffer from have to do from a bad fit between ourselves and the rationality of the whole. And then a final idea that I think often gets brought up, a very complex idea by itself, is that we ought to be living in accordance with nature. Now, each of these gets put forth by some people as being the one most important idea of Stoicism. Each of these ideas that I've introduced you to is a main idea of Stoic philosophy. Some of them actually were not articulated as such until fairly late, like the dichotomy of control. But that's a very important one. And instead of trying to say which of these is the one that I have to concentrate on, you should think of it as a set of ideas that connect up with each other and help to inform each other. Sort of like a net, or a network if you like, composed of a bunch of knots or nodes in which that composes the fabric of the whole, and that's what gives it its strength. You don't want to be the sort of person who has one idea and that ignores all of the rest. Because if you do that, you're not really getting that much, even out of that very idea, and you won't be connecting it with the other key ideas of Stoic philosophy. So it's great if you're asking this question, but you really want to reformulate it into what are the most important ideas about Stoicism, and then you want to follow it up with, where do I go to actually learn about these? If you found this answer helpful for you, then please share it with others who might benefit from it. This work is entirely supported by crowdfunding on my Patreon site, so if you find it valuable, consider becoming a supporter at patreon.com/Sadler.